Hey everybody, and welcome to the Equinor Summer STEM series. My name is Mr. Richards. I'm a pre-service teacher at the University of Houston. I'm with the Teach Houston program, which is a great program for aspiring math and science teachers. And we've got some really cool stuff planned for you in this series. So let's go ahead and jump right into today's guided activities. Our mission today is going to be to learn about sprites. What are they? What do they do? How do they interact with each other? And why are they the basic building blocks that we need in order to start to put a video game together in Python? Hey everybody, and welcome back. This is section 5 of our Python tutorial, where we are going to be learning about sprites and the basic building blocks that we need to actually put a game together in Python. We're also going to do a little bit of talking about what sprites actually are and some of the actual coding components that we use in order to make them. All right, then let's get right into it. What we want to do is we want to open up PyCharm. And now, again, you can find these modules on the Python Arcade website, but I think it's easier to get to it through the project folder here, which is the same place we went to last time. We're going to the arcade folder here, and then we're going to go into examples, and the one that we want to take a look at today is called Sprite Move Animation. Right here, so we can just drag it over here, and then we can see all the code that we have here. And if we open up and run it, you will see this is the animation that we were looking at in the beginning of the video. I really like this module because it does a good job of spelling out what sprites are, and we get to see a lot of different characteristics and properties in a nice and neat way. So let's go ahead and take a look at the code that we've got here. So our first question is, what is a sprite? Well, a sprite is not a concept that is unique to Python. It's a term that is kind of familiar to all things computer graphics, and it really just means some kind of two-dimensional object that interacts with other sprites and with its environment. Now, there are different ways of creating sprites in Python, but the most common one, and the one that I want to show you, the one that they use in this module, is using what are called classes. Now, a class is an organized block of code that stores specific variables, attributes, and characteristics to create a single object in the code that maintains all of those variables and those attributes and those characteristics. One way to think about this would be to think about a bicycle. So a bicycle has certain attributes. It has 2 wheels. It has a pair of handlebars. It also has some different variables. It has a color that can change depending on which type of bicycle that you're looking at. Some bicycles have pegs on the front wheels, on the back wheels, on both the front and the back wheels. Some bikes have multiple different gears that they can switch through, like mountain bikes, for instance. This would be a good way to think about classes in Python, is that it's an object that we build with all of these different attributes and characteristics that can then be manipulated by the rest of the code in our program. As I said, this module uses classes to define the sprites. And classes are a very powerful tool in Python. So it's actually worth spending a little bit of time trying to learn some of the characteristics of classes and the ways that they're constructed. So what I want you to do right now is to go ahead and look at this whole class where we construct the sprite here. And that all the way down until we get to this different class where we actually construct the game window. Let's just take a look at everything that's going on here, see if you can make any sense out of what's happening here. and then we should pause the video, and I want you guys to go through the tutorial. That there's a link to it on the companion document, but it's going to be this one right here. Now, when it comes to Python classes, these waters get really deep really fast. And so this is actually one of the shorter tutorials that you can find talking about classes. But I want you to go through this tutorial and specifically pay attention to the parts where it's talking about the init or initializing function and the self parameter, because these are going to be the things that we're really going to be looking at in the specific module that we're working with right now. So go ahead and pause the video and work your way through this tutorial and then come on back. Okay, so hopefully you were able to make some sense out of that tutorial, and as you can see, there are some things that might be a little bit confusing, and like I said, this gets really deep really fast. But what I want you to take note of is especially this init part right here. So what we're doing here is we are actually saying this is how we want our class, or in this case our sprite, because that's what we're using the class object for. This is how we want it to start out. And so we define several different characteristics: that it's going to be facing to the right, that we're not going to be jumping or climbing or on a ladder. We're going to define the size of our sprite, and we're not in the process of actually moving. That's what this little texture bit right here is for. And now one thing that I hope that you guys noticed is that you have a lot of what looks like the same bits of code right here. It's just only one of them is actually being used right now, and the rest of them are what we would call commented out. So when something is commented out, we're talking about taking a piece of code that is actually functional in our program and just putting our comment symbol in front of it, and that way it doesn't get read. And so what all these different blocks right here will actually do is they will change the image package that we're using to define our sprite. And so the one that we're looking at right now is this female adventurer. This is the one that is actually being read. But if we comment that out and go and change it to, let's say we want to change it to the robot, that sounds interesting. All I have to do is go and erase that hashtag, and now we should be looking at the same module, but just using a robot. Oh, see, okay, so we got to make sure that everything is lined up here and indented on the right spot. We should be looking at the same module, it's just using a robot now instead of that female adventurer. Hey, there's my robot. So you may be wondering, where are all these images at? I want to look at them and see which one that I want to use whenever I'm changing and altering this code. Well, you can actually find it by going through the arcade folder and looking down. If we close the examples, it's going to be down here under resources. If you see, that's the first line here. And then you can follow the images folder and look at all of these different images that they have stored in these different folders. Or you can go through your file explorer and find all of these images in wherever you have your PyCharm projects folder saved. So mine is under users, under my main drive on my computer, under PyCharm projects, and then you just kind of follow that same path. You go to arcade 1, and then the virtual environment, the lib folder, site packages, arcade. Then we would go into resources, images, etc. And you can go through and look at all of these different images that they have here, and it's probably a good idea to check that out. So we're going to be pausing the video pretty soon here to adjust another animation. And so before you go in and actually adjust this next module that I want you to look at, it might be a good idea to stop and take a look at all those different images, because this is going to be one of the things that I'm going to ask you to do, is to change some of the sprites and their designated images. So what we're looking for here, let's take a look at this Sprite Collect Coins module. This is the much more simple module. And what we want to do is just kind of scroll through here and find where it is that we're calling up the image for our sprite. So as you can see here, the character is going to be called from this address. We're calling up the female person idle. And then we also have our coin being defined by this image. So what I want you to do right now is go ahead and pause the video, go through and change these addresses and adjust the coins, make them into something different, adjust your character, make them into something different. And then you can also use everything that we've learned already to adjust some of these different things. So we can change these loops that we're using to create the coins. We can adjust where everything is being positioned in the start. Just kind of go through and change colors and adjust things, and pause this video and just have some fun going through and adjusting this module right here. Alright, I hope you had some fun adjusting that module. So I decided, instead of a girl collecting coins, that I wanted it to be a frog collecting flies. But there's lots of different things that you could have chosen to change or to add into this. And that's kind of going to be the whole theme of these entire sections, is that we can just kind of take little bits and pieces from here and there and create something new. I want to give you just a quick word of caution before I send you off on your own exploration. Now you might be thinking the same thing I'm thinking. Well, I want to take some of my own images and put them in there and not just use the ones that are in that folder. And you can definitely do that. The thing that I want to caution you about is that these images have a very specific size, and they also have a blank background. And if you don't get that right, you see here it says the dimensions are 128 by 128. If you don't get the size right and the blank background correct, then you're going to have major issues once you start dragging them into your code, because you're going to drag in that ugly white box around it, or you're going to have to shrink and scale your images in different ways. So just be careful if you're trying to drag in any kind of different images. Go through and pay attention to the way that these things are actually put together and some of their characteristics before you start trying to add in anything else. So that's going to be it for the basics of sprites, but we're definitely going to go through talking about sprites and their attributes and how to change them, how to make them interact with each other in further sections of this Python tutorial. So that is going to wrap up this section of guided activities, but you don't have to stop here. Feel free to go into the companion document and check out anything that's listed under further expedition, or dig a little deeper, or you could do your own research. You can go and take any of the topics that we talked about and pop it into a search engine and be on your way. And please feel free to check out some of the other sections that we have in this Equinor Summer STEM series. We've got stuff that's covering all kinds of math and science and technology topics that you guys will find interesting. Thank you so much for stopping by. And until next time, remember, the most important step a person can take is always the next one.